Abdullah Mason has made it clear that he's paying close attention to everything happening at the top of boxing, and after Jaron Ennis scored a dramatic TKO victory over Xander Zayas, the rising lightweight star had a strong message for one of the sport's biggest names. While Mason and Ennis compete in different weight divisions, the young undefeated prospect believes performances like Ennis' latest victory are exactly what boxing needs: elite fighters taking on elite competition. Mason praised Ennis for proving that confidence alone isn't enough when facing world-class talent, saying that championship boxing is about making adjustments, staying disciplined, and finishing the job when the opportunity presents itself. His comments immediately caught the attention of fans, many of whom appreciated seeing one young star publicly recognize another without unnecessary trash talk. The fight itself was one of the most anticipated matchups of the year. Xander Zayas entered the contest with tremendous momentum, carrying an undefeated record and a reputation as one of boxing's brightest young champions. Many experts believed Zayas possessed the speed, timing, and ring IQ needed to test Ennis like never before. However, from the opening rounds, Ennis showed why many consider him one of the most complete fighters in the world. Using sharp footwork, quick combinations, and excellent defensive movement, Boots gradually took control of the action. Zayas had moments of success early, landing clean punches and forcing Ennis to stay focused, but as the rounds progressed, Ennis began breaking him down with accurate body shots and powerful combinations. By the middle rounds, the momentum had completely shifted. Ennis increased the pressure, cutting off the ring and refusing to let Zayas settle into a rhythm. Every exchange seemed to favor Boots, whose superior timing and punch variety slowly drained the younger challenger. Fans watching around the world could sense that the finish was coming. Ennis remained patient instead of chasing a reckless knockout, choosing to systematically dismantle his opponent. That patience paid off when a series of heavy combinations forced the referee to step in and wave off the contest, awarding Ennis an impressive TKO victory that immediately strengthened his status among boxing's pound-for-pound elite. Soon after the fight ended, Abdullah Mason shared his thoughts during an interview, congratulating Ennis on the performance while also delivering a motivational message. Mason said that victories like this remind every young fighter that hard work always speaks louder than hype. According to Mason, Ennis has shown what happens when talent is matched with dedication, discipline, and the willingness to fight dangerous opponents. He emphasized that boxing needs more champions willing to take risks instead of protecting undefeated records. Mason explained that true greatness comes from defeating elite competition, not avoiding it, and he believes Ennis continues to set that example. Mason also spoke about his own career and how performances like Ennis motivate him even more. The undefeated prospect admitted that watching high-level championship fights gives him extra inspiration inside the gym. Every time he sees another young American star succeed against elite opposition, it reminds him of the standards he wants to reach. Mason said his ultimate goal isn't simply to become a world champion, it is to become one of boxing's most respected fighters by facing the best competition available. Although he knows there is still work to do before reaching that level, he believes staying focused and continuing to improve will eventually lead him to championship opportunities. Fans quickly reacted to Mason's comments across social media. Many praised his maturity, pointing out that instead of calling out Ennis or creating fake drama, Mason chose to give credit where it was deserved. Others noted that this kind of mutual respect is becoming increasingly common among boxing's new generation. While rivalries remain important for building excitement, many fans appreciate seeing fighters acknowledge outstanding performances without turning every interview into a verbal battle. Mason's message reflected confidence rather than jealousy, something that resonated with boxing audiences. The victory over Xander Zayas also sparked fresh discussions about Jaron Ennis' future. With another impressive stoppage added to his resume, attention immediately shifted toward potential megafights against the biggest names in boxing. Analysts began debating whether Ennis should pursue complete dominance in his current division or move up in weight to chase additional world titles. Many believe his combination of speed, power, defensive skill, and ring intelligence would make him a dangerous opponent regardless of weight class. Others argue that there are still major fights available before making any move upward. Meanwhile, Abdullah Mason continues building momentum in his own division. Still one of the youngest unbeaten prospects in professional boxing, Mason has consistently displayed exceptional hand speed, sharp combinations, and an aggressive style that has attracted growing attention from fans and analysts alike. Each victory has increased expectations, with many believing he could become one of the future faces of American boxing. Although comparisons to established champions may be premature, Mason's confidence and steady development have convinced many experts that his ceiling remains incredibly high. One interesting aspect of Mason's comments was his emphasis on mentality. He explained that boxing isn't won solely through physical ability but also through mental preparation. According to Mason, Ennis entered the ring believing he would find a way to win regardless of the challenges presented by Zayas. That mindset, combined with years of experience and disciplined training, ultimately made the difference. Mason believes every young fighter should study performances like this because they demonstrate the importance of patience, adaptability, and confidence under pressure. The boxing community also praised Ennis for his sportsmanship after the fight. Rather than celebrating excessively, Boots showed respect toward Zayas, acknowledging the courage required to accept such a dangerous challenge. Mason highlighted that moment as well, saying true champions earn respect both inside and outside the ring. As the boxing world continues to break down every moment of Jaron "Boots" Ennis' dominant TKO victory over Xander Zayas, one thing has become increasingly clear: fighters across every division are paying attention. Among them is undefeated lightweight sensation Abdullah Mason, who believes Ennis' latest performance sent a powerful message to the entire sport. Speaking after the fight, Mason explained that champions are defined not by social media popularity or flashy predictions, but by what they do when facing elite opposition. He praised Ennis for embracing one of the toughest challenges available and proving, once again, that experience, composure, and elite-level skills can overcome even the most talented young challengers. Mason went on to say that boxing is entering a new era where fans demand the biggest fights instead of carefully protected records. According to him, the days of avoiding dangerous opponents are slowly disappearing because audiences now recognize when fighters are taking shortcuts. He believes Ennis deserves tremendous credit for accepting a risky matchup with Xander Zayas at a time when many champions might have chosen an easier opponent. Mason emphasized that greatness comes from testing yourself against fighters capable of beating you, and that mentality is something he hopes to carry throughout his own career. The young lightweight prospect also revealed that he studies championship fighters closely, not simply to admire them but to learn from their techniques. Mason